Spider-Man. Peter Parker was just a regular high school student in New York City, struggling to balance his studies with the responsibilities that came with being Spider-Man. His life took a dramatic turn when a radioactive spider bit him during a school field trip, granting him superhuman abilities, enhanced strength, agility, and the power to cling to walls. After the tragic loss of his Uncle Ben, who died due to a robber Peter could have stopped, he embraced his role as Spider-Man, vowing to protect the innocent and fight crime. His quips and charm made him a beloved hero in New York, but also a target for countless supervillains. Batman. Bruce Wayne was born into Gotham City's elite, but his life was marred by tragedy when he witnessed the murder of his parents in a dark alley. Consumed by grief and rage, Bruce dedicated himself to fighting crime and protecting his city. He trained rigorously in martial arts and detective work, honing his body and mind to perfection. Upon his return to Gotham, he donned the iconic cape and cowl of Batman, becoming the city's Dark Knight. With a vast array of gadgets and an unyielding sense of justice, Batman became a symbol of fear for criminals, determined to rid Gotham of its corruption and chaos. The night was thick with rain as Spider-Man swung through the shadowy streets of Gotham City, feeling utterly disoriented. One moment, he was in New York, and now he found himself in a grim city filled with towering buildings and an oppressive atmosphere. What the heck happened, he muttered to himself, trying to make sense of the sudden shift. I need to find somebody who can help me. As he landed on a rooftop, he scanned the dark streets below, hoping to find a clue or someone who could explain the bizarre circumstances that had brought him here. His search led him to whispers of a fearsome vigilante known as Batman, a hero who might have answers. Determined, Spider-Man swung down into an alley, hoping to find Batman and plead for assistance. However, as he landed, a group of Gotham's police officers spotted him. There! Stop that masked intruder, one officer shouted, raising his weapon. Spider-Man raised his hands in defense. Wait! I'm not here to cause trouble. I just need help, he shouted, but the officers were already advancing. Before he could react, a dark figure emerged from the shadows, Batman. Get away from him, he commanded the police, stepping forward, his presence demanding authority. But when he turned his gaze to Spider-Man, his expression hardened. You're not supposed to be here. I don't even know how I got here. Peter replied, exasperated. I'm Spider-Man. I'm not your enemy. But Batman's instincts kicked in. He had seen enough of Gotham's criminals wearing masks to know that appearances could be deceiving. You're a threat, and I can't take that chance, he declared, preparing to engage. Before Spider-Man could protest further, Batman lunged, his combat skills honed through years of training. He launched a grappling hook, aiming to ensnare Spider-Man and bring him down. Peter dodged, using his agility to flip backward and avoid the attack. Listen. I don't want to fight. Spider-Man pleaded, but Batman was relentless. He charged again, throwing a series of powerful punches. Spider-Man countered with his own acrobatics, narrowly avoiding each strike. The two heroes danced around each other, Spider-Man's agility clashing with Batman's brute strength and tactical prowess. The rain poured down around them, adding to the chaos of the fight. With each blow, the stakes rose higher, both combatants refusing to back down. Finally, Spider-Man managed to land a solid kick that sent Batman staggering back. I'm not your enemy. I just want to go home, he shouted, frustration boiling over. But Batman was undeterred. He activated his smoke pellets, engulfing the area in darkness. Using the cover, he moved silently, waiting for the opportune moment to strike. Spider-Man's senses heightened as he tried to locate his opponent amid the swirling smoke, his heart racing. Suddenly, Batman burst from the shadows, delivering a powerful blow to Spider-Man's side. The impact knocked the wind out of Peter, but he quickly recovered, swinging into the air and landing a kick that sent Batman crashing into a wall. Both heroes were visibly injured, breathing heavily as they faced each other. This is getting out of hand. We can't keep doing this. Spider-Man urged, desperation creeping into his voice. But Batman was resolute. You've already proven you're a danger to Gotham. I will stop you. With that, the battle resumed, each hero pushing their limits. The fight was brutal and intense, a whirlwind of punches and counters that echoed through the rain-soaked alley. Just when it seemed that one would gain the upper hand, the other would retaliate with newfound strength. In a final desperate move, Spider-Man leapt high into the air, aiming to land a decisive blow. But Batman, anticipating this, unleashed a hidden gadget, a sonic disruptor that emitted a piercing sound wave. The noise disoriented Spider-Man mid-air, causing him to crash down hard. As Peter struggled to rise, Batman advanced, fueled by determination. He delivered a devastating punch that knocked Spider-Man to the ground, leaving him gasping for breath. It's over, Batman declared, standing over his opponent, his heart heavy with the weight of his actions. But Spider-Man wasn't finished yet. With a surge of adrenaline, he shot webs at Batman, trying to trap him. In a last-ditch effort, he lunged forward, grappling with the Dark Knight. The two heroes tumbled to the ground, wrestling for dominance. In the chaos, Batman managed to draw a hidden knife from his utility belt, a weapon he rarely used but deemed necessary. With swift precision, he plunged the blade into Spider-Man's side. Peter gasped, pain flooding his senses. No, it can't end like this, he choked out, blood spilling onto the rain-soaked pavement. Batman's heart sank as he realized what he had done. He watched as Spider-Man struggled, his body weakening. I didn't want this, Batman whispered, feeling the weight of his choices pressing down on him. With one final breath, Spider-Man looked up at Batman, his eyes filled with anguish and disbelief. I just wanted to go home, he murmured before succumbing to darkness. As Peter's lifeless body lay on the cold ground, Batman stood over him, a mix of triumph and sorrow coursing through his veins. He had fought to protect Gotham, but at what cost? The city he loved had claimed another life, and the weight of his victory felt like a heavy shroud. Gotham remained unchanged, the rain washing away the remnants of the battle, but it couldn't cleanse the dark stain of loss. In the end, there were no cheers, no celebration, only silence and a haunting realization that sometimes, the fight for justice could lead to devastating consequences.